you?
I usually just say I'm okay.
Another question I want you to answer, if you're okay, is how do you feel?
I would say pretty anxious, but
When I started this project, I was not even sure to finish it. Because the subject is so heavy for me, I could not imagine doing it seriously. It was a nice idea, but I knew I'd bail out at some point. Like every time a situation becomes too serious for me, I would have backed out. Speaking about feelings, this is not my thing. But yet, here I am. I guess I'm taking it seriously now.
Et donc, je voulais travailler sur the inability to express feelings. Donc, la façon dont on a du mal voilà, à exprimer les sentiments.
I ask people a simple question. How are you? And how do you feel? With the idea that everybody will have a hard time to answer the second question. But
How are you?
I'm fine.
How do you feel?
Good.
I was surprised to see that it was not the case. For me, there is a huge gap between these two questions. This is why I interviewed a lot of people to understand how they were expressing their feelings, their emotions, to maybe understand mine better.
Moi, c'est parce que j'ai pas de problème à communiquer là-dessus.
Oui, c'est ça.
J'ai toujours été. On a toujours exprimé ce qu'on pensait chez moi et on a toujours exprimé ses sentiments. Donc voilà, mais je sais que dans certaines familles, moins. Et c'est pas parce qu'il y a moins d'amour ni rien, c'est juste que c'est comme ça. Parce
Donc,
que chacun est différent.
Ça me fait penser au fait que, tu vois, on n'a pas tous la même capacité à exprimer ce qu'on ressent. Toi, t'es beaucoup plus ouverte là-dessus et t'as pas peur de...
Non, du tout.
Du coup, il y a un peu, il y a aussi, c'est un peu cette peur de se dévoiler aussi qui me stresse.
Moi, je montre mon vrai moi parce que je pars du principe que tout le monde ne peut pas aimer tout le monde.
Oui.
Et du coup, je vais montrer mes émotions et mon vrai moi comme ça. Et après, je laisse à l'autre personne faire son choix. J'aurai pas de regrets. Ça, je veux pas avoir de regrets aussi. C'est-à-dire qu'en te montrant pas tel que tu es toi, tu peux avoir des regrets après en disant ouais mais non, regarde, j'ai pas été moi-même, etc. Il faut tout pour faire un monde. Tu vois ce que je veux dire?
And do you feel like it's hard to confess things to people?
yeah, I do find it hard. I find whenever I talk about my feelings, it's just a bit of a blur. Like I don't even know. Especially with my psychologist, he asked me how are you, and in that context, it's really asking how are you, and I really do have to answer. And still in that, I don't know what to answer. In reality, if somebody says to me, how are you? I'm okay. Regardless of how I am. But if somebody really asks, because in reality, it doesn't feel like people really care.
What are you afraid to say to people?
I think for me, I'm always afraid to bother people. Like I'm afraid to tell them how I really feel because I fear that they're feeling bad in that moment and that the fact that I'm feeling bad is going to make them feel worse. And I don't want to bother them with my emotions. I think the way that I show my affection to someone is with little intentions, if that makes sense. Because I've gotten to know them, which is my first step always when I'm getting to know someone. I really want to get to know them really, in a real way. And then because I know them, I'm going to try and show them that I pay attention to what they tell me and I remember. And so I'll do things to show them that I remember what they told me and that I do know them very well.
And also, I think when I'm stressed or when I'm sad or something, I try to make other people laugh. Like I'm trying to.
You don't really talk about how you feel. I've got to know you really well, so I can see it in your mannerisms, how you are. I can tell how you are without asking.
The thing is, I think I wanted to show that everybody had troubles to express feelings and how difficult it was to verbally say things, because I've I was feeling like that, but after weeks of working on this, I feel like maybe I opened more than ever.
Showing emotions is hard. My whole life I struggled with that because I thought it was a form of weakness, as if speaking about you would bother people. But I understand now that speaking about how you feel is brave. It takes courage. I realized that there is so many ways of showing your emotions. It's not because I don't like speaking about me that I can't express myself. After all, I think I'm starting to understand. I'm not broken. I'm not unable to express my feelings. I do it too. You just have to be with the right people to understand you and to feel you.